more. And to follow up,
Let me play that again. Step back nation.
that's the definition of a winning thing. It's whoever wanted it more.
If you haven't noticed, for the first time in a long time, I'm telling you, we found a superstar that cares about the game, that loves the game more than anything, and then he has the physical traits. On top of it, athleticism, the height is just ridiculous. The NBA and other teams are in trouble if you don't love this effing game. All right, I want the curse. Okay, because these boys, they want to win. And a lot of comments in the section going, the NBA saved. I agree 1,000%. The competition is back. Okay, he's not a fashion show either. Right? He's there to play the game. And I'm not saying the other guys don't care, but some ninjas is like, I just lost, I'm going to Miami. I'm about to hit the pool parties in Miami and mess with it, whatever. I'm not gonna go there. It's not the channel for that. But this guy cares. All right. On the other side is the competition. All right. I believe they also care. Jalen Brunson for sure is a basketball head. Okay. Is a basketball head. Town shows passion. All right. Very similar to. Remember, if you, I'm of that age, Olajuwon. If y'all remember back in the day, Olajuwon versus Patrick Ewing in that championship. Very reminiscent of that. Let's look at the tail of the tape. What a war it's gonna be. Can we let AI do it? New York Knicks versus San Antonio Spurs. Who wins? Right? Who wins? Let's see what it comes up with. I'm telling you, this AI thing is getting really, really, really. It's already good. Okay. Let's read it up a little bit. Jalen Brunson's a heavy favorite for Finals MVP, but Alice. All right, let's keep going for deep dive into key stats and players that was cited made players. Yeah, let's give me a deep dive. Yes, deep dive. Let's hit it. Let's see what it says. We playing with it. Step back nation. I got it, man. Obviously, I'm the real AI, but let's see what it says. I just want to see what it says. All right, let's see what it says. All right, team profiles. Okay. Shit. I'll take it. All right. New York high-octane offense, juggling in San Antonio's elite front court defense, anchored by Wembanyama. Okay, I agree. How about the stat line? San Antonio scores more. That's what I was about to say. San Antonio actually is a scoring juggernaut. Rebounds more. They assist more. So, and opponent scores a little bit more against them. All right, really good even more. Jalen Brunson versus Spurs perimeter defense. Brunson enters the series as a heavy favorite for Finals MVP. All right, let me hook you up, AI. Really, it's Brunson versus Fox, and you're not gonna be happy with me, but I'm gonna tell you something. I still remember De'Aaron Fox from Texas. I still remember De'Aaron Fox from Sacramento. He's gonna get some rest. I think Fox can give Brunson a whole lot of problems and a lot of pain. I got Fox over Brunson. Yeah, you heard me. You heard it here first. All right, a healthy Fox is gonna wreak havoc. He doesn't need to overdo it. You're not back in Sacramento no more. You got Wembanyama, you got Castle, you got Harper. You got a lot of options here. Okay, and Champagny. But the same thing he did in this last series, this last game, just a little bit higher because the Knicks are a little bit different. 18 points a game, speeding through, causing havoc, making Brunson play defense. I think is key. What else did come up with? There we go. This is the one I want to see. Wembanyama versus Towns. Okay. This is going to be war, but the key point of this will be the bench. Mitchie Robinson and the other guy, Corpisic, whatever his name is, from France, wherever he's from, Greece. There's another 7-footer guy. I would activate him. I would activate him right away if he's not playing. And get ready for bodies on Wembanyama. Okay? That's what's going to have to happen. Okay? A lot of bodies on him. Wemby, I'm going to be honest with you. The physicality of the Thunder was one thing, right? I think you're in for a whole lot more physicality now. New York City in the building. He bought. You know the deal. The East Coast is known for defense and rough and tugging basketball. That's exactly what the Knicks are. Rough and tumble basketball. The West Coast, right? A little bit more finesse, a little bit more scoring. We're exactly where we used to be, all right? And I'm happy for it. So Wemby better get his elbow pads ready and knee pads because he faced some boys that's willing to do a little shove and a little elbow here and there, for sure. So let's get ready for that. Let's keep going. The Knicks enter our 11-game playoff winning streak. That's good. That's why I said they hot. Who's hot? Who's not? Okay. I'm not sure that this domination of the boards will ring through against the Knicks. Okay. Mitchell, you can't shoot it on the free throws, but play tough inside and get the rebounds. I keep messing up the dude's name, but there's another tall guy out there. He gonna come in for 2-3 minutes. He gonna have to put pressure on Wembanyama and get some rebounds. I mean, that's really gonna be critical to dominate that section of it. Let's look at the rosters again, and we'll do a 1-for-1. All right. I want to look at the rosters. Rosters side by side. See, AI enhances you. See what I'm saying? Because I know they're trying to figure out how the way to eliminate all of us working and whatever, but I think it enhances you. AI mode. Let me see side by side. Let me see. Let's see how AI coming. There we go. Oh yeah. See, it enhances me. Here goes my advantages. Brunson versus Fox. I edge it for Fox. Castle's gonna have trouble here. Now you see what the Spurs are missing. They're missing the big 6'8" long ninja. All right, the long guy, the long 3-and-D guy. They don't have it. All right, they've been able to get away with it. Keldon's kind of there, but they don't have it. Harrison's too old. They're missing that. Bryant can be that. It depends on what they're going to play him as. He looks like he's going to be their 3-and-D guy. I'll talk about him in a second. Fox versus Brunson. I got Fox a little bit of the edge. I know a lot of people are going to F you. You don't know what you're talking about. Brunson's going to go off. Brunson's going to go off. Yes. But it ain't going to be, listen, it ain't going to be no 50, 40-point game. I don't think so. I think De'Aaron Fox is going to cause so much. He's never had this type of pressure from a point guard, okay? Coming up now. All right? Harden wasn't like Fox. Fox is a jet. Let me get off his jockstrap for a little bit, all right? He's a jet. If Fox is healthy, he better make Brunson run around. Keys to win. Stephon Castle versus Bridges. Wow. I'm going to have to call that even, but I'm going to give the edge to New York. 6'8", can get inside. I love Castle, no doubt. But I got to be honest here. He's 6'5", 6'4", versus a guy 6'7", 6'8". Vassell versus Hart is another key here. Wow. Because of your performance. Now, Devin's from Florida State. Yeah, Florida. I'm a real hoop analyzer. All right? The Nostradamus of hooping, brothers. Okay? I really follow his shit. Devin Vassell was a big leap, a big score coming out of that. Listen. Hart has the advantage right now. Sorry. Hart has the advantage over Vassell. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is right now. They got OG Anunoby starting with Julian Champagnie. Again, I'm not sure. They may move Cornet into the starting lineup too, which will jack this up. But I think Cornet maybe moves into that. OG Champagnie depends on who's shooting well. But defensively, OG is a higher rated player. But Champagnie's really surprised a lot. In this series and in the NBA. I didn't realize his skill set. If Champagnie has to be hot from three or they're in trouble. Wembanyama versus Towns. What a war. Obviously, I'm going to say the creative player is going to beat Towns, but it's not necessarily about that. Wembanyama is going to go off. It's how much can Towns go 3/4 of what Wembanyama goes off for. So if Wembanyama gives you 40, does Towns give you 30? That'll be the key. You're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop Vic, okay, the creative player. You're not going to stop him. But if Carl can get 30, then you got the advantages of Hart Bridges, maybe. I like the Spurs, but just being honest. OG, maybe defensively, holds down Champagne to maybe 13 to 14 points a game versus a quick 20. Yeah, this is a war. Now, here goes where the bench comes in, all right? Harper versus Clarkson. I got Harper. Keldon Johnson versus really be Shemet, right? I got Keldon. Harrison Barnes. He doesn't play much anymore, all right? Carter Bryant looks good, all right? Another player you can plug in. There go. And there goes the bigs. You got Biyombo and Plumlee that can also match up with Mitchell and Huckporty. Okay, really good matchup. Here goes the key here. Can Shemet, McBride go off like they have been and score up better than Harper and Johnson? All right, I'm relying more on Johnson than anybody else because he's been coming through and he wants it, Kentucky boy. Those two versus these two probably decides the series. If they can get Harrison Barnes, who's 35 years old, I keep wanting him to win, but it's, get him going in some way would be great. But maybe Bryant has his coming out party to get paid. Maybe Bryant is the guy that comes out with his heart. Who are some of the other X factors? Can Clarkson come up with something? Hasn't really been active. They don't play him as much. Not really the team for him, but he's still staying in there, hanging in there. It's not the type of squad that really plays his ball game. Jose Alvarado, solid. Tyler Kolek, does he get a chance? Wow, they're so deep. I mean, this is a war. I love Mohamed Diarra. All right, another long. The Knicks are really set up right now. They are really set up for a war, and it's all about that bench now, right? Because the other guys are kind of like par even. Even though I give the edge to New York on the starters, on the bench, I give the edge to the Spurs. So these guys are going to have to make it happen. This is going to be fun, Mikey. I got Spurs. I ain't going to lie to you. But New York boys, don't be surprised if they win either. This is must-watch TV. I don't know what else to tell you. Mikey, Step Back Nation. I'm out. Wow.